Did you open your mailbox this week and find your brand new tax assessment? If you are like a lot of homeowners here in North Georgia, you probably got that assessment notice and thought, oh my gosh, there is no way my property values have jumped that much. And unfortunately, a big increase doesn't automatically mean that the county's made a mistake. Because in my experience, it seems that property values don't necessarily get adjusted in a big way every single year. When I look at mine, it seems like they'll go several years with only small changes, and then all of a sudden it feels like they do a big update and they hit all at once, which is so painful as a homeowner because that just messes up your budget and your tax bill jumps up all at once, and it really messes with us. Now, if you've been thinking about selling your home, getting a higher assessment could be a great thing, right? Because it shows that the market's doing well where you live. But if you were like me and planning to stay in your home and your taxes just jumped way up, before you accept this significant change in your assessment and the impact it's going to have on you in the coming years, I think it's absolutely worth taking a closer look at that assessment because you want to make sure that the change really is fair and correct. So here's what I would check first. First of all, don't miss your deadline to challenge because in Georgia, homeowners generally get about 45 days from the date the assessment notice was mailed to file your appeal, and there's no going back once that deadline is passed. Number two, you want to verify the facts. You want to make sure that the county's got the right square footage for your home, the right acreage, bedrooms, bathrooms, and other property details. Do you have a garage? Things like that. Because simple errors in those things can really affect your assessment. The next thing, number three, you want to compare your home to recent sales. So not active listings that are on the market, but the homes that have actually sold near you that are most similar to you and closest in age to you and condition. Because the goal is you want to determine whether your assessed value reflects what buyers have really been willing to pay for homes like yours. And then finally, you want to make sure you're clear in your review of your home's condition because guys, if your home needs repairs, if you've got deferred maintenance or you've got features that are outdated or maybe new features that aren't reflected in the assessment, you want to have photos and documentation of all of that because that can help you support an appeal if you do feel like one is warranted. In fact, earlier this year, I helped a client of mine challenge their assessment because they did have some deferred maintenance that was needed. And when compared to several of the comps, they just didn't rank as high. Also, they had their square footage wrong on the county form. And so they were successful with that. The important thing for you to remember is this. Do not assume that your assessment is wrong out of the gate, but please don't assume that it's automatically right either. Take a few minutes and evaluate it, look at those details before your appeal window closes. And if you're looking at that assessment and you're thinking, I honestly don't know whether this seems reasonable or not in today's market, guys, just send me a message. I can't promise the county made a mistake, but if you message me, I can usually take a quick look and I can give you an idea if the new assessed value falls in line with the market in your area or if something looks way off and worth an additional consideration. And just remember, do this quickly because the clock is ticking on that appeal deadline.